Well, we're hot.
We're hot. Hello.
It's a voice you haven't heard in a while.
My ding dong.
The audience out there. No, it's plugged in.
It's not turned up. Checky. 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, that's better.
Testing. No, that was me. You also have this too.
This is my power block.
Well, welcome to Sequel Productions. I'm Matt Bonta.
I'm Cory Easley.
Back in the saddle.
Yeah. It's been a long time, Joe.
It's been a coon's age.
It has been quite the coon's age.
A raccoon's age.
Right. No.
You gotta specify. What's going on, Cory?
You know, living the proverbial dream.
Hopefully you're not in and out.
No, yeah, I'm okay. I'm awake right now. About another 40 to 90 minutes it'll be questionable.
Oh, well, let's hope we get 90.
That would be nice.
At least 60.
So yeah, just work and
play.
Work and
is that a new shirt?
Not much play. This is a new shirt. I have a subscription.
You got a shirt subscription?
I do. They send me one T-shirt a month.
For $20?
Probably.
Oh my goodness.
But you know, I don't know. I'd spend $20 on a T-shirt anyway.
Every month?
Maybe not every month, but
now you are.
Yeah, for a little while and then I'll stop. But I like the T-shirts.
It's okay.
It's
does that say club?
It's grunt style.
You're no grunt, my friend.
I know, but it's a support of the community.
Which community? The grunt community?
The grunt community, yeah.
The Marines? Is it the Marines? Or
it's kind of
soldiers in general?
It's a generalized term for infantry soldiers.
Okay.
But,
so not Marines then?
I mean, yes, Marines,
okay.
But not just.
They get tight when you call them soldiers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what their pronouns are.
They like to be referred to as Marines.
Yes, they do. But yeah, so I don't know. It's a veteran-owned company. I support it.
So what's going on? What have you been up to?
A lot of work.
Same place?
Yeah, same place.
And you love it still?
It's it's a job, and it's in the right field, so it's heading the right direction.
Okay.
But I think everything has its ups and downs. Some things are good, some things are not good.
When was the last time we podcasted, you and I?
It's got to have been
this one, I think. December.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
First one of the year, halfway through.
For you.
For me,
no
yeah.
shit, right?
Yeah.
It's July 10.
It's fucking. It doesn't wait on anybody.
It's a good thing this is working. Last time I tried to podcast on here, it would just cut out,
capping out,
and then it would come back on, and then it would cut out.
Do you have memory issues?
I didn't do anything, and now it's working again.
Well, I guess we'll take it where we can get it.
Maybe it was like there was just like a kink in the hose that needed to get out. And
yeah, you had to unwind the.
Well, I let it run. So I don't know.
So what's up with you?
Not
got
much.
got another one. Got another one in the can.
I do. I have.
You have one in the can.
It's done.
Nice. How's your progress on editing? Are you doing it, or are you having some help?
No, I do it like I always do it.
Do the rough
but Casey is doing it on Adobe.
Speaking of Casey, I checked out his channel.
Oh, his minis.
His minis, yeah. It came across my suggested videos actually.
It's huge.
I know. I was blown away. And it was funny because I remember hearing about it in conversation. I think with you. I think we talked about it. No. I heard it from somebody. No, it was he posted on Facebook. That's what it was. He said, "I didn't know this thing was going to turn into something." And
blew up.
He said, the channel blew up, and I've been kind of dicking around with
numbers are.
Like drawing, and my father-in-law's got an airbrush setup at his house, and he wanted me to try it. Wanted me to come over and check it out. So I went over and I kind of fucked around and I made, a stupid picture or whatever, just fucking with the system, seeing how it works. So I've been watching airbrush videos and looking at equipment and stuff like that.
Sure. And 2 airbrush minis or?
Just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be anything particular. Not necessarily for minis, but airbrush in general, just technique and
Well, they airbrush in the special effects field. They do airbrushing.
There's makeup airbrushing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so I was watching just random videos, different guys, different techniques and styles and stuff. Mostly canvas or like steel for like cars and graphics and stuff like that. And one of Casey's videos came across my suggested. I was not looking for him. I knew he was there and I was going to go check him out like purposefully.
Did you click on it knowing or?
Yeah, no, I saw it come across and I was like, motherfucker, that's Casey's shit.
He's got 11,000 subscribers.
That's insane.
11,000 subscribers.
I mean, and he just started, didn't he? Like maybe this year?
Yeah. He's got 46 videos. I think he does one a week.
That's awesome.
This one's got 68,000 views.
I know, that's insane.
84,000 views. Got scared there for a second.
It's okay.
No,
It's good.
Moved the page over is what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fucking hats off, brother. That's awesome work. You know, and
it's insane.
It's about finding your people. You know,
well,
if it's something
I told him, because he says like there are better channels for the same thing.
Sure.
But I was like, well, it's got a built-in audience. It's got somebody who's like Warhammer,
right?
And they'll hit every single channel,
right?
So if they come upon his, which look good.
Yeah, I mean his quality, the production quality on his videos, I was impressed with. It looked really nice. The intro was good. He's got a good voice for it.
Good narrating on there.
I can, just because I watch a lot of content when I'm because in between when I'm not doing stuff at work or if I'm at home and everybody's quiet and asleep, I'll jump on and I'll watch a bunch of videos on different stuff. Everything from cars to airbrush.
It's mostly like British guys. Every video I come across British dudes.
It is a lot of art stuff. It's British, Australian, weird stuff, but good narration. Good camera work, good quality video.
I think it's just his phone.
Yeah, but still, it looks good.
I mean, I've seen his setup. I've been over to his place.
Yeah. and and he does a good job of presenting the color and showing what he's doing, talking about the technique. So, like I said, fucking hats off, dude.
I guess on one of his videos, because he just buys, he'll buy a cheapo.
Buy randos.
That someone, started to paint and fucked up, didn't want it anymore. So he tries to get them on the cheap. That's what it's called, eBay Miniature Rescues. And somebody posted on one of the videos, that's my figure, asshole. Something like that.
Hey, you know what?
Somebody came across his video on some fucking auction that they put up.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. That's the world, man. That's how this shit works.
I don't think he was able to confirm whether or not it was
the
real
guy.
Or if it was just some troll, but
it could have been, but regardless, I mean, that probably garnered him a little bit.
If these people are selling their figures and he's buying them and putting them on, and they're no doubt into the same shit still. They might come across his videos
and they let it go.
They
let it go. If I'm a collector and I buy something and I decide that it's not something that I want to keep in my collection and I'm going to sell it, am I going to cry about it in 6 months when I see it on eBay or if I see it on fucking Craigslist or something? No. It's stupid.
Right.
You let go of it. You had a price in mind. You had what you were willing to accept for it. You let it go. You got paid. And you're done.
Right. Well, and he turned it into something else.
Exactly. And he's not just buying these things and reselling them as is. He's doing a value add. So even just for turnaround sales or arbitrage, whatever you would call it, he's taking something that somebody's either finished in their own way or not finished because they didn't have the technique, skill, or desire.
Right.
And he's put his own technique into it. He's done his own artwork. Does a canvas maker get pissed when a painter sells a $10 canvas for $1 million?
Sure.
He can't. You have not done the value add. Same with film. If somebody writes a script and then somebody buys it outright and makes a movie that's worth watching, are you pissed because somebody took your script and made it into a real thing?
Well, you would assume that's the hopes and dreams.
That's absolutely, you're getting a credit. So it's not the same across the board.
Right.
But still, you don't have a position at that point.
It's just weird that someone, if that was real.
Yeah.
Why would that guy take a shot?
I doubt it. Because that's stupid. It means nothing at that point.
Right.
So, but, yeah, Casey, good work, man. if you're listening.
He may or may not, probably not.
If you come across,
if you come across
my words of kindness
podcast.
for your art. But no, and I mean on the same topic, I know you were talking about doing. You were talking about wanting to do a series maybe.
Yes,
your own
and
channel.
actually, it's picked up in my head.
Nice.
So
you get some writing done, and
I haven't written anything because I'm still working on
you're
this
in the
other
middle of
one. But I mean, I've taken notes and I've got a pretty good direction of where I want to go. And it was actually a movie that I'd wanted to write, and I think in this format.
could break it down and make it pieces.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, the idea is like because the pain in the ass that it is to make a movie, which this one was not without its problems.
They all are.
But, you know, the idea of like, oh, hey, I've got 10 people today, and we got a bunch of different locations to do. The idea is bringing that back and do like one location, a couple of actors.
Right.
And it's one and done days.
Right.
So like you get in there, you film it, and then that's your movie.
Right. Well, and control as much of the process as you can, like we've always talked about. That's why Hollywood has back studio.
Well, look, I can take one location and 10 pages and 2 people and get it done in 2 hours.
Sure.
Now I can take a different location and more than 2 people and 10 pages.
And you have all fucking day.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 hours, and maybe you don't get done with all those pages.
Right. So yeah, and simplicity and stage control. You know, if you have your hands on the wheel.
Did you watch the trailer, right?
I did watch the trailer.
You
Yeah.
commented back to me.
Yeah.
And what'd you think? What are your thoughts on the trailer? Let's bring up the trailer real quick.
Okay.
Let's do a little commentary on the
a
trailer.
little silent commentary.
No, it won't be silent. It could be out loud commentary.
No, I meant like the video, dumbass.
No, we might keep the audio on there. I don't even know how to find it, but it's one of my.
We need to work on your tags, bro, because your channel's hard to find.
It's not.
It is.
Like if you look up Godsalt, it'll
Yeah.
come up, and then you just click on my name.
Gotcha.
Here it is. Look at this. Not in the dark. It's low. Oh shit. Okay.
Very low budget film.
People think I'm just an old man.
It's not as
It's
low budget
crazy.
as you would think.
But I've seen things. they
Depends
don't
on
know
whose
that.
standards you're working with.
You recognize the
So-
voice at the beginning, right?
I thought I
We're
did,
going out to my grand's place for the week. You want to
But-
come with?
but I don't know who it is.
Wes.
awesome, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's not Wes.
Denise and her sister will be coming, of course.
I kind of like that guy. He's very interesting.
Okay.
Right being the key word, not into it.
He's fun.
Well,
He looks
you know,
like
I
fun.
believe Denise said she was going to talk to Faith.
You've had the hots for Trevor
Ashley's
for as
back.
long as I can
Ashley's
remember.
back.
For a real part this time.
Hey,
Slut.
His idea of being with someone goes no further than the end of his day.
Oh shit. Look there.
definitely written,
That's aggressive.
penned by Matthew
He's right
Bonta.
exactly
You
where
know,
we're
fucking Dakota fucking ragged
Where
on
did you
me for
find
that.
this? You found a lot of people that I don't recognize. I'm
And there's
I'm
still
impressed.
more people that you haven't seen.
Good. No, I'm proud of you. You reached out. You found some extra people.
It's more along the lines of I reached out and people hit me up,
and that's great.
rather
that
than
means you
me
found some
reaching
people
out
that-
and no one hitting me up.
right.
Like if we would have made Street Toughs this year,
Probably
instead
would
of
have been a different
we
movie.
would have like more like obviously
A
there's
lot of faces.
meant like multiple noobs.
Yeah, a lot of noobs, and that's good. I mean, you need fresh blood for the work, you know.
Did you hear something?
Hello? Is someone there?
That's a different take than I use
Do it,
in the movie,
motherfucker.
so
Do
it's even
I ain't
more
no
funny.
bitch. I ain't afraid of you.
I just need to use your phone. You see, we lost a little bit in the woods. And
I like that.
searching for
That was a
them.
nice move.
Cool.
I like her.
You barely even see her in this trailer.
I know, but I've just
The hand coming down.
I want her in a movie by herself, man.
We're not supposed to be focusing
I want her
on
as a
that.
lead.
We're supposed to be focusing
Looks
on
good.
this awesome week
I don't know.
out.
She's got a very
Never seen from it.
good character look.
All right, so thoughts, questions.
So I get a feel for, maybe what the movie's about. Not overly like you're not giving it away. You're not Hollywood, right?
Right.
I hate that about trailers when you give somebody
This is
the
no
entire
Revenant
fucking
trailer.
Yeah, I mean you tell the whole fucking story up front,
Gotta go.
and Nope, don't have to go. Fantastic. That means I get to go home and go to sleep tonight.
Radio silence.
Anyway, so
You hate
that,
when Hollywood.
I hate when Hollywood they show you a trailer and then they fucking give you the twist in the trailer. It's like, that's not how this works.
There's so much more going on in my movie than what you see in the trailer.
And I know that because I know how you write. So I know that. And the trailer, you know, it's low key. It's not too exciting.
So, okay, here we go. All right. So what, based on this trailer, it's 2:24, 2 minutes, 24 seconds. What is the movie about?
High school, early college kids. They're going out to the forest to hook up. You know, there's obviously like the teen angst, sexual innuendo going on there. A little bit more on the nose than innuendo, maybe.
Well, with the lines that I've cut into the trailer, sure, but
Sure.
it's hard to.
Is it not that?
No.
On it all the time,
No.
or is
I mean, what's there is there.
Right.
So it's not like that's all there is, or
Right.
it's not there at all. It's
Gotcha.
what's there is there.
Okay. And then mystery. You know, somebody's missing. We're looking for this person, and then there's like a hint of, if you go in there, you don't come out. Like, it doesn't come off as like supernatural thriller kind of thing.
No?
It doesn't feel like that up front, but it feels like it could go that way. It feels kind of like, you know, creepy slasher maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, and it leaves enough to the imagination.
Well, it was so hard for me to like. I know what I don't want to show in the movie
Right.
trailer,
Right.
and I know like I would have cut a trailer sooner. But like the filming schedule for this got so fucked up at one point, and that it threw everything off, and so there were certain scenes that I wanted to put in the trailer that I was holding back from making the trailer for. So like there's things in there, I can't tell you what, but there are some deceptive things in this trailer to deceive to deceive
So
you.
deceptive
Here, okay.
trailer items that are deceptive.
All right, let's watch it again,
Okay.
and you go ahead and you say whatever's on your mind, or even just do a play-by-play.
Seen that title card before.
Of course.
Kind of reminds me of the
I'm
Ninja
just an
Turtles
old
thing.
man. Just crazy. But I've seen things. They don't know what I've seen.
Should have had him shotgun
We're
it.
going out to my grandma's place for the
Oh,
week. You
well.
want to come with?
I can tell you
Shit,
about
yeah.
This is gonna be awesome, bro.
Dick sucker.
Denise and her sister will be coming, of course.
I told you my
Were they in the
dog
same
for a
place at
few
the same
days.
time?
Might be
Why do you ask?
not
Just curious.
You
Because of
wouldn't
the
ask
cutover.
that.
I wouldn't ask that
Denise
normally,
said
but
she was going to talk fake.
the
I
lighting,
mean,
the
that
lighting
was
changed.
the
But,
the scene there is they're together.
okay.
Faith, she's a total slut.
Total stud.
Oh shit! Look there.
Definitely a stage actor.
She needs a ride to exactly where we're
That
at.
other guy is way more calm.
Last time I saw him, he went that way. I haven't seen him since. I just want to get there so I can look for him. You guys can just drop me off. I have friends there.
You found a chick to work for you in fishnets. That's interesting. There's Matt's car.
You know that location?
She doesn't look nearly as worried as she probably should be. She's out in the woods. We need to go get her. Like, she's not freaked out. She looks freaked out, kind of, but
Step in them woods.
I don't know.
Well, like, see, and that's another thing. Like, it's
That looks like Peavine.
it's just like what?
Did you hear something?
Hello?
Fucking
Is someone there?
Do it, motherfucker! Do it!
this.
I ain't no bitch. I ain't afraid of you.
I trust you.
I'm afraid of you.
You see, we all still go in the woods and we've been searching for her all night. Cool, cool.
That makes absolutely no sense in the context of the
Right.
trailer.
Right. And I was just.
Someone!
We're not supposed to
Clown
be
mask.
focused on that. We're supposed to be
Creepy.
focusing on this awesome week out.
Never seen from again.
Never seen from again.
Yeah, that's what he said. You know what? Like,
Is that the line?
that's not the line.
I didn't think so.
But like, it works with his little kind
His
of hick
character?
thing that he's doing.
Yeah. Is that
Like, he did that a couple of times. He didn't get the lines quite that right, but
Right.
I mean, it works, and that's kind of what I look for anyway.
Sure,
I
and
look
you
for
wanna-
somebody to bring their own thing to it.
Well, yeah, because if you just want somebody to read the lines straight, that's boring sometimes. Like you said it before. You take an opportunity to put a script in front of somebody, and they give you what they have, and then you have to look for the magic, and
They make the character their
and find it
own.
exactly. Because if you could think of every angle for every character, it wouldn't be any fun for anybody.
Right.
It would just be you do this, you do the exact thing that I'm telling you to do. You don't get to, and that's why it's a craft. That's why it's an art for everybody. It's an art for you as a writer and as a director. It's a craft and an art for the photography. You know, for the cinematography, for Casey to do his thing, and there's room there.
Yeah.
You can make things happen with that you can't necessarily tell him to do. You can give him an idea of what you want, but it's his. That's part of his craft, is making the shots come together and getting the right angles and the perspectives. And then the actors likewise, you know, they get a script and then they get to spin it however they want. Maybe you say, okay, well that's not really that's not the feeling in this scene that we want, so try it a different way.
There was a little coaching going on in this one.
And that's perfect.
Like
And
when we had to deal
there
with
should
like
be.
Gabby and Derek.
You got Derek?
Derek's not in this.
Oh.
Nah.
Oh, you were just referencing Derek.
Well, I was referencing those two specifically because
Don't be a Derek.
I assumed that everybody kind of knew how to act,
Right.
but then when we were working with Gabby and Derek,
Right.
they didn't know how to act.
Sure.
And even telling them how to say the lines, they still couldn't quite do it.
And that's because if you haven't ever acted,
Yeah, but then we get
In
people that
any
have
way.
never acted before, and
It's true.
like Cheyenne,
she felt it a lot better.
She's-
She came with it like naturally
yeah,
almost.
without
You
acting
know,
in anything.
not. I don't know. I try not to say what I mean sometimes because I don't want people to feel like I'm trashing on them. Because like I'm sure I do it. Like when I'm in front of the camera, like I'm not a fucking perfect
Right.
great actor. Like I have shortcomings too. So I'm not saying
It's not
I'm better
always
than
not
everybody.
a one-take wonder.
Yeah, no, it can't be. Not for me. You know, we're not at that level. That's not our daily. But, you know, some people come with it naturally because they can become the person.
Come with it
A little
naturally,
bit
or
better.
coming with it experience-wise.
Sure, and it's a mix of both. And sometimes, you know, your experience in life can lend to that. You know, if like me, I'm a bullshitter. Like I'm good at bullshitting people. You know, if I need to tell you something you want to hear, or if I want to sell you something, or whatever. So that life skill that I have lends itself to acting a little bit. And I'm not saying that makes me fucking tits actor. You know, there are people that we've worked with that are way better than I am.
Mm-hmm.
You
Who?
know,
Name one.
I don't know. I think Patrick's pretty good
I got spoiled with having Patrick, and
because Patrick
then
was
Patrick's just like top.
invested though.
Everyone else is below him
he
at
wanted
different levels.
he wanted that to be his craft, and he spent his time doing that. And you guys made a lot of film together, so you guys got used to each other. You know, to work
Shorthand.
together. Exactly. You already knew what each other wanted when something was going on, and so yeah, Patrick is fucking awesome. You know, I really hope I see him, you know, in a fucking Hollywood trailer one of these days, because he's good. You know, he has some things that I think could be, you know, they're not new and fresh, but it's him. You know, nothing's new and fresh. We've talked about that before. Everything's been done.
Everything's been
So
done.
the most you can do is bring what you have and do it again, and just try to make it yours.
Right.
Try to make it done your way, even if
Right.
it's the same thing somebody else has done. Do it your way, and that's what art is all about. You know, practicing and you know, tuning things to the way you like it. And we talked about this. You put something out there, or you spend all your time and a bunch of your personal money making a movie. You don't start out going, well, I'm going to make this movie, but it's going to suck dick.
Right.
This is going to suck.
Right.
No,
You
this is
don't go into
the
it
best
thinking it's gonna be
movie.
bad.
This is going to be the best movie we can make every time.
Right.
And if you don't go at it with that attitude, you're not even going to make a movie. You're not even going to start because you don't have the drive to do it to begin with. So, you know, everybody that spends any time on set in front of the camera, hopefully they are bringing that mentality with them. They're saying, I'm going to play this part the best I can play it today. And tomorrow we're going to do the same thing. And the next time we're going to do the same thing. And, you know, every time you get behind the keyboard, what do you say? I'm going to write something, and you're trying to write the best thing you can write. You're trying to write the most interesting, exciting story in the genre that you like, that you prefer, because that's what you like doing.
Right.
You wouldn't do it otherwise.
Right.
You know? And it should be that way. And the more you can invest in that craft, in doing it, the better that craft will be.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes better. Never seen a perfect movie.
Well, I mean, practice.
I was watching a funny story.
I suppose you never
Totally.
stop practicing.
Oh God, you almost ate shit right now.
No, I just fucking
Your
did
chair.
this stupid thing.
Oh, okay. I was watching a clip because I was trying to explain something to a friend about a movie, and it was The Hunted. Tommy Lee Jones, Benicio del Toro, and
a Rambo remake.
It was not a Rambo remake. Kind of. I guess maybe it was a little.
The dude that was trained to hunt and kill or whatever, in
Comes
the
back
military,
and go
comes
nutso.
back
No,
and they
that's
gotta
not
they
really
gotta
what
get the guy that
happens in
trained him to
Rambo.
come and get him.
That's not really what happened. He didn't go nutso, did he?
In Rambo?
Yeah.
No, in
I thought
Rambo
they-
he did.
Did he go?
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
Well,
First,
no, because
I haven't seen
they-
First Blood in like a million
No,
years.
they fuck with him so much to the point to where
That
he
he
starts
snaps.
getting the PTSD
Okay.
going, and he starts kind of losing that line.
Right. Starts losing where it's okay to draw the line. Starts pushing a little too far.
Yeah.
Anyways, I pulled up the knife fight scene. I don't know if you
I
recall.
don't think I've ever seen it
So
front to
there's-
back.
There's a scene in the movie. Actually, there's a couple encounters where Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio get together, and Tommy Lee Jones he's like a father figure to this guy. He's trained him. He's taught him everything he knows. He's
Yeah.
made him into this killing machine, and even in the crazy state that Benicio's character is in, he still looks up to him. But there's still a line of trust. And Tommy Lee Jones' character, LT, I think they call him in the movie. I don't remember what Del Toro's character was called. But anyway, he is trying to talk him down. He's like, look, son, you've gone too far. You've done things that you can't do. This is a civilian world. You can't do this shit anymore. He's like, you got to come in, and we're going to take care of you and get you some help and all this stuff. And Del Toro's character is just so far gone. He's like, it's all conspiracy at that point. He does not believe what's happening around him is. He doesn't see it in reality. It's and they read some letters and stuff that he wrote to LT, and he thinks that there's robots and there's just the government is trying to kill him now because he's done and seen too much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's his breaking point. He's trying to get away from something that's not chasing him. So they have this exchange, and it's like on a cliff, on a waterfall, right at the end of the movie.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, fucking 15-year-old movie. Was it
2003?
03? Yeah. Long time Joe, 14 years.
16, isn't it? Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
years.
16, okay. So they're, Del Toro's character has made a knife,
Oh, it's a William Friedkin movie. I didn't know that.
and Tommy Lee Jones has made a knife. And they're having this knife fight, right? And at one point, Tommy Lee Jones gets caught in a snare, like a trap. And it strings him up by the leg, and he's over the cliff, and he's hanging over this waterfall. And he's trying to get away. So he's like reaching up, and he cuts the rope that's strung him up by the leg, and he falls into the thing, and he climbs out on the riverbank. And he's just he just went down the fucking river, like through the rapids. It looks like the fall and the ride down the rapids would have killed him. Seriously, and the CG was kind of campy, because it's like, okay, it looks like he was, like they just moved the backdrop around him. But
Wow.
whatever. It was 03, okay, this was like early internet days.
They didn't just want to throw him down the fucking thing.
So he climbs out of the river on the riverbank. And I wasn't looking for this when I saw it. I was just trying to show him the knife fight because I like that sequence. I think it's fun. And he climbs out of the riverbank and he gets up, and he's just drenched. Just hair's slick wet, it's dripping water off his clothes. He's wearing like flannel and jeans and boots, and like it's not quick drying clothing. And then like cut to him walking up the hill, bone fucking dry. His hair is like combed and loose. His shirt is not wet. So it was funny. So I guess the point I was trying to make is even at the highest level. Oh God, don't touch that. I need to buy you some new cables. They're fucking junk. But at the highest level of performance, where these people are making insane amounts of money and the movie budgets are insane, and you have multiple A-list actors in one film, you get a cut like that.
Yeah.
So
I see it all the time.
Exactly, you see it.
And
in
I
every
bust my
movie.
ass to make sure nothing is janky in my movies.
Right, and I mean you're spending $2,000 to $5,000 on a movie, which it's fucking peanuts. At a low budget film in what's the film actors guild? What's that called? That's the joke name. The card carrying like
The Academy?
no.
Screen Actors Guild?
The Screen Actors Guild, like the actual, it's a union.
Yeah.
So in the union, there are rules for budgets and payment,
Right.
what
SAG minimum.
salaries, SAG minimums, and a low budget film is already in the millions.
I think, well, no, but I think an actor can also do no pay.
They can choose that, but what I'm saying is the budget
It's
for the
either
film
no pay or the minimum.
or the minimum, right? And they can work that out in the contract, so you don't have to pay somebody that if they choose not to receive it. But the budget for the film is already over $1 million for just base film budget. And for guys like us, it's insane to
Yeah.
look at something like that and go, we can't even buy a fucking $100,000 house, let alone, you can't even go and buy a fucking trailer for $50,000. I ain't gonna spend $1 million making a movie. And the answer is production and getting there and having the funds come through other places. You don't just dig that money out of your pocket most of the time.
Right.
But, you don't go to the set that day and go, oh, we're gonna just kind of make a movie. Like, not at any level. And shit happens. So you get campy, weird shit sometimes because that's what happens.
Sure.
Sometimes you have to reshoot. Sometimes you have to bring somebody back that has fucking cut their hair. The film, production's been over for 6 months, and you got to bring somebody back, and now they're fat, or now they're whatever. That shit happens. And I think it happens more often than people notice because they're so tied up in the consumership of film.
Well, now they just spend $1 billion to digitally fix everything.
Exactly. Well, and with the technology that's available now, you can make, anybody look like anybody, literally.
Yeah.
So you get somebody that's close. I forget what the
It's a big
technology's
deal.
closed, but I mean, not closed. The technology's new, but it exists.
Now we're
You
there.
You can put somebody's face on somebody else.
Yeah, they did it in Rogue One.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
there was a big deal about it. The Peter Cushing character, Grand Moff Tarkin,
Right.
Peter Cushing's been dead for
Yeah, for a long time now.
Yeah, and he's in that movie.
Did he die in the early 90s, didn't he?
I think so.
So, it's
I mean,
amazing.
He didn't make it to Empire, so
And Paul Walker.
yeah.
I don't know if they use that technology on him, but
They used some of
could
it
have
on
fooled
him,
me.
and they
You
threw
could have
his brother in
His brother
there.
did the acting, did his part.
Well, you watch that movie when he's fighting fucking Tony Jaa. It's dark in like an elevator.
Right.
I forget what, but it's like really dark in that fight scene of him and Tony Jaa. So.
But if you're not looking for it, if you're not digging for a mistake, if you're not digging for inconsistency, like I said, general consumership. If you just go to see the film because it's part of the series that you like, and you're just watching it,
Right.
it's close enough.
Yeah.
It's good. I thought the Rogue One usage was a little shiny. I thought the CG could have used a little help. But it also wasn't bad. But it's hard when you have CG against live action.
Well,
And like a seamless.
Tron Legacy was one where it's like you got Jeff Bridges
And then
current
young Jeff Bridges.
young Jeff Bridges, and that's when it was really, really in
It's
its
in your face.
infancy.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's
You
CGI
can
young
see
Jeff
it.
Bridges, yeah.
If you look close, but if you just
No,
sit
no,
back,
you don't need to look close on that one.
you know what I mean. You don't have to. You don't have to overanalyze it, but you know it's still pretty fucking good to make somebody that's not that person look like somebody else.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
now
they
that's
did
all
it
they're
in-
doing.
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yep, and
Captain Marvel.
they did it in pretty much all the newest
Think
Phase 3
there's-
Marvel movies.
I think there's one coming
Tony
out.
Stark. They did fucking Robert Downey Jr. in
Civil War.
Was it Civil War?
Yeah.
When they were using the whatever technology to remake his
Shows
memory,
yeah.
you know, and you could tell that it was different. It was off, but it's like that's pretty fucking good, still. So you know the technology's come, you know, a long way in a short period of time, and it's there. And I hope that you know it makes it to our editors.
Well, I mean, now all these actors can be young again in the
Yeah,
movies.
you can make them anybody.
I think, The Irishman, Martin Scorsese's movie with Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, and Robert De Niro is going to be on Netflix. I think they're all in young scenes.
Okay.
And they're
Like
old guys.
flashbacks.
Yeah.
And they're
I don't,
old
I don't
guys.
even
They're
think
like
it's flashbacks.
70s.
I think it's linear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think they start young and get old.
And that's cool. I think it's a really cool prospect. Why not? You know, why not?
I mean,
We're
I
already
guess
making
why not?
like 100% CG characters. You know, Thanos is not a real person.
Right.
There's no makeup there. You know, it's fucking,
Motion capture.
It's motion capture. And I saw some of the the pictures, behind the scenes pictures and stuff, and it's funny. I can't think of his fucking name.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. He's standing there
He's
in
standing
the
on,
motion.
like a box.
He's sometimes, but
Well, when he has to be taller than the other actors.
when he has to be
he's
physically
standing above
taller.
them.
But I saw one where he's in the motion capture suit, and he's standing kind of down, you know, what it would be a field, I guess, in the studio. He's like standing down in a clearing, and he has this thing that's like on his shoulders, and it's got two spikes for a stand, and there's the Thanos shoulders and head like up where it should be.
Yeah. Same with
So-
Hulk.
Yeah, it's interesting that you know the way we can realize things, you know.
And
So-
same with Groot too. Groot also was a guy with a Groot head on top of his head.
And I didn't look into that. I know Vin Diesel did the I Am Groot. I know he did the voice acting.
He didn't do any of the real acting.
But he didn't do any of the stage?
Yeah, neither did Bradley Cooper for Rocket.
Right.
That was Sean Gunn,
Oh, okay.
who was also, what's his name, Kraglin.
Kraglin. Oh, the
Like the number 2 guy for
yeah.
Blue Yondu.
Right.
So he was doing the stand for
Doing the physical acting.
Rocket.
Right.
Just like in Paul, you saw Paul?
Yeah.
Where Seth Rogen is,
He's the alien, right?
and he did the actual movements, but not when they were in location. When
So
they
they
were in-
did he did the motion capture.
And then the stand-in when they were in location was the FBI agent, the little guy.
Oh, okay.
He did the stand-in for Paul when they were on location.
Nice. So, and it's you know it's all industry stuff. It's fun and it's there. And I hope that you know for I don't know what you want to call what we're at, the enthusiast level. You know that some of that stuff comes to fruition. I mean, look at the cameras that we have access to now that we never had access to 20 years ago.
Right.
You know,
No one had access to
15
cameras.
years ago, look what you were shooting on. You're shooting on VHS.
Right.
You know, look what you're shooting on today. You can shoot 4K today
Right. On your phone.
on your phone. You can shoot you can get a nice DSLR that shoots 4K, and you're there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw some of the early cut footage for Not in the Dark, and
Yeah, no, there's a lot of cropping
this is
going on in this movie.
this is grainy. This is a little. On
That's just
YouTube,
the rendering.
and I know that. And so what I saw today, it looks grainy. It doesn't look high def, but I know what the footage does look like because I've seen like 1 or 2 scenes of early stuff, and the camera that Casey's using is killer. I'm sure it's a DSLR. I think I saw a picture of it I don't know what model it is, but it doesn't make any
Oh,
difference. A
no,
D50
yeah.
maybe, or
I don't know.
so.
Couldn't tell you.
Regardless,
I'm ignorant on those things.
but still,
But the footage looks good.
the footage is fucking banner, dude. So I mean, the access that you have at the enthusiast level is what I will continue to call what we're doing. You know, because it's what it is.
Moving on.
And you are. And if you're not, you're spending your own money. It's like being in a band. It's like having a garage band, and you go to the bar. And I did it. I did it for years, and it's expensive. You buy your own equipment. You haul your own equipment. You set your own shit up. You break it. You buy it. You repair it.
Right.
You're responsible for everything. If you need a practice space, you pay rent. You know, sometimes it costs you more to play a gig than you make doing it.
Right.
Sometimes you don't make anything doing it.
$100 split 5 ways.
Exactly, and it never works out that way. You never split it because there's always something else you need to reinvest in. You know, we need a piece of equipment, we need recording time, we need whatever. So at the enthusiast level, what we have access to is incredible technology that that used consistently and worked with and practiced and honed in the craft. You know, it just gets better. It gets better and better and better. You know, the editing equipment.
Winter is coming.
Oh God, it's already here. It came and went. But the editing software that you have access to now, that was unthinkable 10 years ago. You know, you were still cutting stuff on a fucking VCR 10 or 15 years ago.
Oh no, I did that almost 20 years ago now.
So, and I've done it. You know, you're cutting something together, and you're soundtracking it with a fucking CD player with an input jack into your into the thing, and you're doing it all at the same time.
Or you're
you
just
do it
hitting
in
play
post.
when you record.
Exactly, you're doing it on camera. And it's what it is. But I think just sticking with it and continuing to do it and making film is, if that's what you love doing, that's how you
Just
get
gotta
there.
keep doing it.
You just got to keep doing it.
Well, look, I've already submitted a rough cut to the AOF
Okay.
in hopes that.
So you're going to Vegas.
Hopefully. I don't know how much that rough cut's gonna sway anybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's what I hoped and dreamed for, like God Saw in Street's House, where everyone had already moved on.
Right.
They'd already seen the movie.
Right.
They don't need to see it again.
Winter is coming.
8 hours away, travel time, and whatever else.
Right. Well, and this is a good opportunity for you to do what you wanted to do, which is
And-
premiere the movie at an actual
At a movie
venue,
theater.
at a real venue,
Yeah.
real movie theater.
It's earlier this year, too.
Yeah.
It's at the end of July now.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that we get a nice final cut by the end of this month so that I can swap out the rough cut for the final cut.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who wants to go can go see this thing in Vegas.
And I think it's great. I mean, that's about the coolest thing you could do. At the enthusiast level.
I got a cop in my movie.
You got a real cop.
A real cop.
Nicely done. How'd you get that? You would just talk to him and be like, hey, you want to...
It was just, I hit up as many different fucking groups and pages and outlets that I possibly could and was like, this is what I'm doing. Is anyone interested? And he was one of the people that hit me up and was like, I'm interested.
Nice. Real cop. He's like, yeah, did you get him in a squad car or just in uniform?
No,
or?
he's not playing a cop in the movie.
Okay. Well, that's not nearly as cool as I thought it was going to be.
He
That would have been fun.
got me access to something that was really, really awesome.
Okay.
So,
I can't wait to see it.
like, it was, so like, the amount of time that I've spent filming in different locations,
Mm-hmm.
like, this was one of the last days that I filmed in this spot, and it was probably the most fun that I had, and I could have spent forever there filming, and I had no real script for it. It was a throwaway little thing that
Was
I
it
put
like
into the movie.
B-roll or...
No, it wasn't B-roll, but it was just kind of like, oh, I'm doing this kind of movie. Let me throw in these fun little things. In fact, it was a scene that I put into the final draft after the read through. I added it.
Because actors love when you do that.
They do.
They do.
They
'cause
do,
They
like-
like the extra because that's their input.
Well, I mean, I get the actors here, and I hear how they do, and I can see what they do, and it's like, well, I want to write more for this person.
Exactly, and that's
I
what
almost didn't even put him in the movie. Like, he hit me up, and I was like, sure, I know who you can play. And then, like, months before we even started, I'm just like, you know, I kind of want to play that part. I was going to do that. But then I was like, no, let's just let this guy do it.
Did you do any of the parts?
I did. Well, it's one of those things where you don't have someone,
So you do it.
so you do it.
Yeah.
So I am in this movie, as much as I tried to not be in this movie.
Yeah, but you're probably. I mean, you're not playing a main character. Or
No.
Yeah.
No,
See,
thank
and that's
Christ.
it's just so much work. It's double work,
And
and it takes away from your ability to do your job. You got to wear too many hats. It's like when you have to run the cam. It's great that you found that Casey could get behind the camera, you know,
yeah.
because that just and he's good with it.
Well, I need to be on script, and I need to
Exactly.
watch the actors, and I can't be fucking handling absolutely everything.
Right, and
it
that's
sucks.
always been the problem, is not having enough help, and I'm sad that I missed out. Really, like I'm not kissing your ass just because you made a movie and I didn't do it. Like I'm
You
sad that I
broke
missed
my
out.
heart, dude.
Dude,
You broke my heart when you said no.
I had to do
I
it.
thought you were my guy.
I am your guy, but at the time, dude, I just had a brand new baby. We were having a rough time. I started a new job. There would have been no way for me to be reliable. At all.
Dakota's in this movie, son.
I don't want to hear it. You know, hit me up for the next one. If you don't want to be butthurt about it, but you know, I did, and I didn't want. Dude, do you know how hard it was?
I probably didn't have a spot for you in this one.
How hard it was for me to say no anyway. Like even just helping, like even not being on the camera, like it was so fucking hard because I didn't want to say no, but I knew that it just was not going to happen. And like I said, just like day one, when I knew you guys were starting filming, I knew you were done with the script. I was like, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, day one, I tried to get behind the scenes pictures and I posted them on Facebook.
Yeah, and when I saw the Facebook pictures, I was like, fuck, you know, I missed it.
This one was a rough ride.
I
too.
like doing it though, and that's the hardest thing for me is like at that particular time when you were gonna start, there was no way I could do it. So,
Well, look,
but I'm glad you got fresh faces. And I'm glad you got it, man. Like I'm fucking super happy for you, and I can't wait to see it. Like I'm just totally stoked. I don't know that I can go down to Vegas and watch it, but you know, it's fucking
well, look,
cool.
it's gonna be the same situation if they accept us. I would like to talk to everyone and be like, what's it gonna take? You know, who wants to go? Let's figure it out and how we can do it.
Right.
You know, let's get I mean, if it's on like a fucking stupid ass Monday, Tuesday situation again, rooms in Vegas are fucking dirt cheap.
Exactly.
So, like, whoever wants to go, if we can figure it out, like, we're looking at fucking renting a van and going down to fucking Disneyland in October for, like, my brother and sister. So we're going to fucking rent a van and go down to Vegas, pick them up, and then go to Disneyland.
There you go.
So, like, we need to rent a couple of vans just to get people down there and shove people into some, you know, bunking in some rooms and just, like,
Just make it work.
make it work. And then everyone could be down there and everyone could be schmoozing and talking to other people. I know
Well,
my
and-
cop buddy said that his wife was like, hey, if it's there, we're going. And he's like, okay.
Sweet. You know, and that's the kind of enthusiasm that you need from people because it can't just be you.
You know, it's funny. This cop dude hit me up, right? And he's mutual friends is like the obvious one mutual friend. Who do you think it would be?
Brandon Castanelli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess this guy trained him when he
Okay.
first was doing it. So,
Nice. So, I mean, there's a little context there for him. Like, you guys knew each other and
yeah, but that didn't even matter.
I mean, it
that
didn't
I knew
matter,
him. I was,
but-
you know, I mentioned it to him, but it was like
Personally,
a throwaway. But like, he was super
nice
excited,
for people.
and he's like, you know, I know a bunch of people. I got a bunch of contacts. You know, let's, you know, if you need, let me know what you need, and we can see if we can get it. And like, we were supposed to go film up at Mayberry, the Mayberry Park,
Okay.
and it closes. Like, parks close, I guess. I thought that we can go up there and shoot at night until like midnight or something. When it got dark till midnight.
Right. Yeah, you're not technically supposed to be able up there.
And he was like, "Which night is it tonight? Because I'm working. You're good." And I was like, "No, it's tomorrow." He's like, "Well, I'll let the guy in charge know that night that you'll be up there." We ended up not shooting there because a couple weeks ago it was pissing fucking all week long.
Oh yeah,
and
fucking
during
just
shoot
rain,
days.
rain.
So I was like, "Fuck, where can we fucking film that's not outside but is outside?"
Right.
And we found a spot. By the time we got down there, it was done, and the clouds moved away, and we had some blue skies. So we got to do what we got to do. That was a fucked up weekend too because, well, I'll get into it in a second. For some Patreon content, I'll go into the
dirties,
the dirty details for the pay customers.
for the over 60-minute stayers.
It'll probably be like a super expensive tier. So if someone wants to listen to it, they're gonna have to pay like $100. But I'll
Divulge.
on that for $100. Any last minute stuff before we cut it to the pay customers?
No, I mean, the only other thing I was going to bring up earlier, because I was talking about Casey's YouTube channel being like fucking titties, is I'm getting ready to put one together.
Your own YouTube channel?
My own YouTube channel. And I bet you $100 you can't guess what it is.
Painting shit?
No, I suck.
Car shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so me and my little brother are going to
Painting cars.
Painting cars. No, we're not going to paint.
eBay car rescues.
eBay car rescue. Hey,
No,
thanks for the-
junkyard car
junk-
rescues.
Hey, that would actually be fun. There's actually a channel that does that already.
Pick and pull.
But yeah, I've got a couple of ideas in the direction we're gonna go. Some review stuff, some like budget repair stuff, and then just kind of a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
But working on getting some cameras together for my action stuff, for my driving. Because I'm gonna do driving reviews and stuff on a couple different cars, at least up front. So.
There you
We'll
go.
let
See,
you
and
know-
that's
let you know when
another
that
thing.
shit
Is
drops.
it's like people look for car shit, so there's
Yeah.
a built-in audience. No one looks at my shit. Although my trailer is like the fastest fucking growing views that I've ever had. Look, it's almost at 200.
But look at how many people you have in the movie that you don't know, and how many people they know. And they're
Right.
like, "Oh, check this out! It's a fucking movie. We made a movie."
Well, I went and I podcasted with another filmmaker, like
Really?
first. It's a guy that I've known, that I met, never really spoke to, I guess.
Okay.
When we screened Street Meets Pavement, he was working at the Nevada Museum of Art, and that's where I met him. We just became friends on Facebook, and he posts a bunch of shit about movies. He watches a lot of movies.
Sure.
So, like, sitting down and talking with him, like, I could talk about something obscure, and
He would get it.
He could throw the ball back.
Nice.
Like, we could have a nice back and forth. So, like, the previous podcast before this one, it's me and him talking about movies and talking about making movies and because it was like right after my first day
Okay.
filming. But like he shared the trailer and everything else like that, and he's very enthusiastic and excited about my movie and everything else. So
Good.
yeah, so like that's another thing about like previous movies were kind of very
was very
inside,
close.
very close quarters with the actors. So like as far as bringing people to see the movie or show the movie to,
Right.
like everyone was each other's friend.
Right. It was already people that you knew.
Right.
Or
So
people that they knew.
with this, it's outside people who also have outside people.
Exactly.
So like that comes with. I
Yeah.
mean, like let's watch this trailer
Let's watch the trailer
one more time. I could even maybe do this. Let me see. This one. I think it's on here.
Ooh, we're gonna get the good version.
Get the then you'll see all the problems. Is it all in here? It's all in here. So this will be the. Yeah, because it doesn't get smoothed out on the red grain.
Yeah, the grainy title card.
People
Ooh.
think I'm just an old man.
And this is only a
It's
preview.
crazy.
Look, it's already fucking like
I've seen
choppy,
things
but
they
the
don't
quality
know.
looks better.
gas place for
Long
the week.
chug.
You want to come with? Shit, yeah. You're not busy or anything? You don't have to stay the whole week if you don't want to. Just the weekend.
This is gonna
Like,
be awesome,
the
bro.
quality of the camera work is amazing.
Yeah.
There's all kind of handshakes along there.
Denise and her sister will be coming, of course.
I told you we might go camping for a few days. Might being the key word, not into it.
You know, I believe Denise said she was going to talk to Faith.
This old
You
Forrest
had
Gump
the hots for
fucking motherfucker.
Trevor for as long as I could remember.
Oh, perfect, dude. Faith, she's total slut.
His idea of being with someone goes no further than the end of his day.
That's a good
There.
line.
That's a prostitute.
She needs a ride to exactly where we're going.
Well, I was with this guy and well, he has something in mind. Last time I saw him, he went that way. I haven't seen him since. I just want to get there so I can look for him. You guys can just drop me off. I have friends
I
there.
probably should have cut that part off. She fucking takes off.
Jamie just took off into the woods. We need to go get her. Jamie!
Probably could have cut this one short too.
Little long walk up into the woods.
You step in them woods, you're not stepping out.
Stepping in woods, you ain't stepping out again.
Hello? Is someone there?
Did you hear something?
Cool.
Do it,
Stoned as
motherfucker!
fuck.
Do it! I ain't no bitch. I ain't afraid of you.
I just need to use your phone. You see, we lost a little girl in the woods and we've been searching for her all night. Hey! Guys!
Love the stuffing people in the trunk gag.
We're not supposed to be focused on that.
That's
We're
not a
supposed to be
clown
focusing
mask,
on
by
this
the
awesome
way.
week
Oh, it's
out.
not?
No.
Okay.
Never seen from again.
Never seen from again.
Looks like I took out the credits there. What is that? Okay,
Oh
anyways.
no, the demons. The four-colored demons.
If you notice, okay, well, with that, that's Sequel Podcast for this week. I'm Matt Bonta.
And I'm Cory Easley. See
Watch
you next
Not
time.
in the Dark.
Yeah, watch the trailer and share it with your friends.
Yes, Sequel Productions. YouTube.com. It's not Sequel Productions, though, I don't think.
You have 2 channels, and I can never find either one of them.
Well, the main one should be easy enough to find, but some asshole already has youtube.com/Sequel Productions, so I think mine is something else. I think I need 100 subscribers or something to get
it back. So let's get it up to 100
or to get a
subscribers,
name or something.
so that we can get it legit Sequel Productions.
Yeah, if you look
on
at Sequel
YouTube.
Productions, you should find it.
I charge everyone listening and anyone listening to let's get us 100 subs on the YouTube channel, and it's like I don't care if it's your mom or your grandma and your little sister,
Or if you have to make
or
every
if you
one
have
of them
like
to get
40
YouTube
accounts.
pages. Yes.
Yeah, like I have 2 accounts. I have one that's like PC and one that's not PC. One for work and one not for work. But yeah, and then one that my son clogs up with Minecraft videos. But let's get 100. Let's like aim for 100,
100 subscribers.
and we'll do a special video podcast for 100 subscribers on the down low for
Yeah.
free, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Let's rally it up. Let's get 100. It's been long enough. I think we can nail it because we have enough listenership and some people that are interested in the content now. So let's get it rolling.
Yes. Subscribe, like, share.
All that shit.